katulistiwa, di situ ku ada bersamamu saudara. Beragam warna kita, suku tak selalu sama. Kau aku Indonesia yang disatukan karena cinta. Karena kita Indonesia, jangan pernah terpecah belah. Walau kita berbeda, walau kita tak sama, tetaplah satu kita, kita Indonesia sesungguhnya.
Kilauan samudra terbentang katulistiwa,
Di situ ku ada bersamamu saudara.
warna kita, suku tak selalu sama.
Kau aku Indonesia yang disatukan karena cinta. Kita Indonesia, jangan pernah terpecah belah. Walau kita berbeda, walau kita tak sama, tetaplah satu kita, kita Indonesia sesungguhnya.
Hello, VOI listeners. Welcome back to Afternoon VOI Talk. Today, we're diving into an everyday phenomenon that reflects deeper shifts in our society: shopping trends in Indonesia. From the growing love for malls to the rise of viral behaviors like Rohana Rojali trend. What do these patterns say about us as a society, and how do they affect our economy? To explore this, we are joined by Pak Rahmat Hidayat, a sociologist from Jakarta State University, and Pak Emil Rahman, an economic observer from Al-Azhar University. I'm Unica, and this is VOI Talk. Hello, Pak Rahmat, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
I'm
Good afternoon.
good, I'm good. Glad to have you here. And how about you, Pak Emil, how are you?
Hello, Miss Unica. I'm good.
Hi, we are joined now by all of this observer and also, just sociologist and also economic observer to discuss the current topic today, the shopping trend in Indonesia. First, I want to ask Pak Rahmat, what makes Indonesian love going to malls, Pak? What do you think?
Well, thank you. This is the interesting question, and I think from my point of view as a sociologist, mall is not only for the economic activity, but also for the social life. This is mall is one of the public spare, and everyone can engage, can meet together, can have a lesser time every weekend, gathering with the family, gathering with the peer, the friend, So it's connecting to, it's how we can consumption, meet in the cafe, in some of the culinary. So, mall, not only from the economical perspective, but also it's the social life, social life. We can lesser time, for the everyday life situation. This is very interesting, and every people can meet together, and they are have fun, make a meeting, or maybe something like watching film together in the cinema. So this is connecting the social life and also lifestyle, urban lifestyle in some place in the big city. So that's my point of view about mall, from economic to the social life, and from economic to the lifestyle activity.
Okay, so because of mall is a form of a social place, it is a place for people to engage with another person, with their family, with their friends. I have a question following up to this answer for Pa Emil. And if that happened, a lot of people going to mall, but what happened when they not making any purchases? Does that affect our economy?
Yes, thank you. When visitors to shopping centers only browse, without making purchase, can have significant impacts, sure, particularly on retail businesses. The most immediate negative effect is a drop in revenue, okay, as the low sales may not be enough to cover operating costs, such as rent or staff wages and inventory management. And then if this pattern continues, physical stores may experience financial losses that could lead to downsizing or closure. Even furthermore, low product turnover can create inventory challenge, often forcing retailers to over heavy discounts to clear stocks, or maybe which further erodes the profit margins. So regarding these online shopping transactions too, it can make the impact with the rise of the e-commerce itself. Okay, with the convenience of online shopping, consumers often use shopping centers to physically see, try or compare products before ultimately buying them online, where prices may be lower and delivery is easier. So this behavior, known as a showrooming, reflect a shift of shopping pattern driven by the digital technologies, and online platform frequently over more variety of product and even discount, promotion, and maybe home delivery option to cut the traditional brick and mortar store struggles to compare with. So I think from the economic perspective, people going to the mall without making purchases reflect is a mismatch between supply and demand, and can indicate several underlying trends or challenges in consumers' behavior in the retail environments. So this behavior suggests that either consumers lack of purchasing power or being more price conscious, or that the goods and services offered do not align with their preference or needs. It could also reflect shift in consumption pattern, like Mr. Rahmat Hidayat says, it's how people just not going to mall only just for buying. So maybe it's they only just fulfill their needs about lifestyle, something like that. So in the such the move toward online shopping, which already said before, where consumers use shopping center for product exploration, but complete transactions digitally. These shopping centers are being used more as showrooms rather than direct point of sales. I think that's from the economic perspective, just for generally.
And because you mentioned about the shift in the behavior of shopping, we are now shifting to online shopping, just like you mentioned. Yes. What do you think, how does this behavior will affect the entrepreneurs, especially those in, to be specific, retail and food and beverages industry or sectors?
Yeah, we already now in this 21 centuries, people already use the technology for everyday life. So this is about the transformation from the traditional financial system into modern financial system. So everything is already changed. People cannot I'm going to choosing only just manual. No, it's already it's not an optional, but it's a must. If you just cannot following the trend, so you cannot be losing everything. You can be living without bringing anything. So from the entrepreneur say is this phenomenon link. If we say about the from the entrepreneur, particularly those in retail, is substantial. Entrepreneurs depend on consistent sales, okay, to cover operational costs such as rent and whatever it's like the utilities. In many cases, especially in large urban shopping center where rental fees are high, the lack of customer spending can quickly erode profit margins. Even with the high foot traffic, low conversion rates lead to reduced revenues. So forcing entrepreneurs or to over heavy discounts, it might be the cap for the harmful for profitability. And additionally, the entrepreneur unsold inventory ties up capital and increases storage costs, particularly for products that are seasonal or trend sensitive. Yeah, I think that's I'm going to say about the from the impact on the entrepreneur side.
Very interesting. Now we're back on the sociology aspects to it. Let's talk about the conventional way of shopping, because we've been talking about online shopping, but I want to know more about the conventional way of shopping, going to shopping centers. And there are this, saying of rohana, rombongan hanya nanya, or rojali, rombongan jarang beli trend on society. And what is the impact of this, Pak Rahmat?
Well, this is an interesting topic, and I think there are one more concept. Not only rohana, rojali, but also there are rochita. Rochita is it's mean rombongan, just rombongan cuci mata, rombongan cuci mata.
Yeah.
So there are three: rohana, rojali, and rochita. But I think, from my point of view, this is not a new phenomenon, right? So if we look in the the era of 90s, so we know it's in English translation it's like window shopping, right? So at the time we can look how many people they are going to mall center, to the commercial place, and just look something interesting, and then they are changing situation. As Pak Emil mentioned, they are changing shape of the consumption, or urban. From my point of view, they are changing urban consumption in some of the big cities in Indonesia. So I think I mean that it's changed by the transition, as Pak Emil mentioned, changing from the traditional type of consumption. We go to, we are going to mall shopping, and then changing to the online platform, which called, as Pak Emil mentioned, about e-commerce. And this is the significant changing from the urban consumption situation, because many of people, particularly youth people, your generation, Gen Z, they are changing from the shopping from mall center to the online platform. This is very interesting. Why? Because they try to more rational, and what the reason they choose the online shopping, in terms of, there are many promotion, there are many discount. This something like free for sending package to the delivery. This is more easy. Everyone can use their gadget to make a transaction. So it can change how now in the urban consumption style look more just look as a commercial place, but around the mall there are many places for the cafe, for the culinary. It is very interesting, and many people, when going to the mall, they are just looking interesting in some place, in the some outlet, but they are just looking what interesting. They're asking, is there any discount, promotion? But they didn't to make decision to buying something. But the priority activity, they go to to cafe, they go to the food court, some culinary place. So they're just meeting together, getting together with the family, with the friend in some place. So this is changing urban consumption from the traditional activity to the digital platform changing situation. So that's my comment.
And why does this phenomenon happen in the first place from a sociological perspective?
Yeah, this is, I think, because now we live in the social media digitalization, right? So now everything can be viral in the real time, I think. So if we look in last of maybe 2 weeks ago, we more familiar with the mention of the Rohana, Rojali, and Rochito. I think it is supported by the social media, and everyone can talk Rojali. But I think what interesting also, in the every weekend we can look in some place, big mall in Jakarta, in particularly, we can look. There are many people going to the mall every weekend because they look. Mall is one of the, it's a cheap public space, So for the middle class, they just go to the mall to getting together, to leisure time, have fun. But for the high class, every weekend maybe they can go to the Bandung, to go to Puncak or staycation, But the community in the middle class, they go to the mall just for eating together, to make a coffee. It's more a simple activity, but it's changed the consumption for the people in the urban area. And when they go to the mall and with some family together, they try to in lunch together or dinner together, and then they're walking in some place in front of in the shopping area. So they're just looking. This is an interesting place, clothing or maybe something, and they just ask to the staff how much the price and do you have any discount, do you have any promotion. So it's then called as Rohana, Rojali, and Rochita. But the main activity, they didn't go to the shopping area. They go to the culinary activity, to leisure time, to cinema, cafe, or etc. So that's some of the changing situation in the urban consumption.
That is actually very interesting because as a Gen Z or a youth myself, I'm saying that all of the insights from Pak Emil and Pak Rahmat is actually true because I'm still doing the going to the shopping mall and socializing with my friends, but I'm also doing the online shopping. Fun fact, actually, a lot of us Gen Z, we like to go to the shopping mall, especially girls, because when we're going to the shopping mall, we can test makeups and skincare on our own and we can know how's the texture, how's the color. But then when we want to do the purchase, we're going to do it online because it's much cheaper. So I think I'm really relating to all of those states that you guys mentioned. But I want to know, based on the stories and the shifting of the behavior of consumers, Pak Emil, how can entrepreneurs adapt to this? Because you've mentioned about discounts, seasonal prices, but how can the entrepreneurs adapt to this shifting in behaviors and also online shopping? What do you think about this?
Okay. Yes, Ms. Unica. I just wanted to continue with Mr. Rahmat says about the shopping centers right now. It's full of people, like you say, Rohana, Rojali, and anything. But how about we think the opposite? Okay, the opposite. If the shopping center or the mall is empty. Okay, so it's more deeply problem. I think like we can't see this in Glodok, in Indonesia, in Glodok. It's already nobody going there. Okay? That's more far worse than that. But I think everything is gonna be just suitable if people still going into the shopping center recently. Okay, so but one thing that we should know it is only for refreshing our information that in India in India in 2003 there is a chaos in grand opening some shopping centers mall, okay, in Hyderabad. Yeah, so where the people going to mall, but they're doing something like even more terrifying, looting, riots, and destructive. So I think in Indonesia the behavior is still normal. So Ms. Unika, what should the entrepreneurs do? Need to strategically adapt the evolving retail environment shaped by digitalization and changing customer behaviors itself, like I said before. So what should entrepreneurs do? First is adopting an omnichannel approach is essential. Okay? Integrating physical stores with online platforms such as e-commerce, like I said before, websites, social media shops, and mobile apps to offer customers a seamless shopping experience where they can browse, buy, or return product their preferred channel they want preferred. So and then the entrepreneurs should do the enhancing the in-store experience, which is also critical because entrepreneurs should create engaging, personalized and memorable interaction like interactive displays, product demonstrations, or workshop that online shopping cannot easily replicate. And then leveraging data and analytics allows businesses to understand customer preference or buying patterns. Okay, so it should be enabling target market. And also entrepreneurs should do offering flexible payment options, including like e-wallets, barcodes to the product, if it is products, not services. Also a QR code like and other digital payment nowadays available and already used by almost Gen Z or even 60% people in Indonesia itself. Okay, so the installment plans alongside convenient delivery or click and collect services reduce purchase barriers and meets modern customers' expectation. And then we can say entrepreneurs should do the building strong customer relationship through loyalty programs, active social media engagement, and personalized communication for brand trust. And repeat business can also relate it to what entrepreneur can do. And lastly, entrepreneurs should innovate and diversity by exploring additional revenue streams, such as hosting event, providing complementary service, or partnering with other brands to attract more visitors and for surely increase the income. So by combining these strategies, all that strategies, like I said before, entrepreneurs can be better compete in today's hybrid retail market. We can say now it's a hybrid retail market and convert window shoppers into loyal customers. I think that's what should entrepreneurs do.
I believe all of the entrepreneurs that are watching, the VR listeners who happen to be an entrepreneurs, are very grateful for the advice that you've been telling us, sir. And clearly, shopping trends, yes, because just like you said, we are living in a hybrid climate. We should say hybrid climate of shopping behaviors and also shopping trends. But clearly, shopping trends in Indonesia are not just about consumer habits. They reflect economic shifts, social patterns, just like what Pak Rahmat said, and evolving lifestyle of urban communities. Thank you so much, Bapak Rahmat dan Bapak Emil, for your insights today. Thank you very much, Pak.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Rahmat.
Bye-bye. Yeah, thank you. See you again.
VOI listeners, that was our talk on shopping trend in Indonesia with sociologist Rahmat Hidayat and economic observer Emil Rahman. I'm Unika. Thank you for listening and see you on the next VOI Talk.